Madam Evans, welcome to Congress Media Box. On the occasion of the Congress 29th session, you had a statement during the debate on new forms of local governments. So let's start with what are the main reasons that raise the needs of new forms of local governance?
Well, I feel that given the economic crisis that's occurred, and even prior to that, we're seeing new sorts of local governance developing in different countries across Europe. Local authorities and regional authorities have just been looking at different ways of doing things, and the economic crisis really accelerated that, and in some cases it's forced local government to think more innovatively in terms of the way that they provide public services. And I think that that's really what we wanted to try and capture in this report, to really survey as many countries as possible, to look at how these trends are developing, looking at the different partnerships that they're developing too, and really pulling this together in one report so that we can essentially just try and share some of the best practices. It's not a case of one size fits all. We won't be able to transfer all these examples, but really just to try and see if what's working elsewhere and look at some of the trends that are developing.
And to be more precise, what should we understand from the new forms of local government? So it's an alternative for the present models, or what could you say about that?
Some of them can be. I mean, really, we're not really offering solutions in this report. It is just more trying to bring together all that different information. I think that we focus on four main elements in the report, really looking at some of the ways that local authorities are developing contracts with central government, the fact that they're extending these contracts out to work with other public authorities, as well as third sector partners too. And we're also looking at different means of citizen participation, how our citizens can become more involved in local democracy and local government. And it's really trying to ensure that if there are new trends developing, if there are different relationships developing, that these all adhere to the local charter of self-government as well, and ensuring that that takes place. But as I say, it's not about providing all the solutions, it's really just trying to look at what's emerging and pulling all that information together in one place.
And how local governments are using these new forms, especially with their relations with central government and civil society. So what is their perspective, principles, and the main role of the local governments? I think we should also underline this one.
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, for example, in Scotland, some of the changes that we've seen, we've developed more of an outcome-based approach. We work on things such as single outcome agreements, and we work with other public sector bodies to all provide good outcomes for our citizens. That's been a change that we've been implementing over the past few years, where we're legally obliged to work with our health authorities, police, fire, to produce better outcomes for our citizens, and to try and make sure that the views of our citizens feed into that process as well, as I say, so that we're providing better outcomes for the people that live in our areas. So that's one change that we've adapted, that we've put forward in the report today, and it's really just trying to look at these other examples from other countries too.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.